Hello, hi, it's Alice. I guess this is our first little Patreon exclusive video, and I was kind of struggling what to come up with, so I figured I could do this little podcast style draw with me, I guess. So basically, I am going to attempt to draw another colouring page. If you've followed me for a while, you'll know that I've created a couple of colouring pages already. So I have this one, which is like a little sea life one, then some butterflies, and then like a space theme one. I did these right at the beginning of the first lockdown, so I guess it's like almost a year, and I promised myself I was going to do more, and here we are a year later, and I've yet to do more. So I don't know, I thought this was a good excuse to do them. I'm thinking maybe like a beach scene, something a little less complicated than the other ones that I did, because they looked really fussy, and like looking back on them, I bet they were quite hard to like follow along and do. So yeah, I'm gonna just kind of sketch out an idea and we'll chat whilst we're doing it. So how is everyone? How are we doing? Let me know firstly how you feel about me doing Patreon videos. I felt like the rewards weren't quite up to the standard I wanted them to be. I kind of wanted them to be like really, really fun, beneficial, without like stressing myself out over like a whole other big new commitment, because yeah, I already have like quite a lot of plates to juggle, and I wanted us to have this like little private community. But yeah, I don't know, I feel like maybe this is a good way of doing it, so it's still me doing what I know and drawing things, but in a different manner. So I guess first up we need to think of some cool topics that I can talk about, and then I guess maybe like once a month I'll do some videos. So yeah, let me know, and let me know if you think this is a good idea. The only trouble is it's kind of hard to find something to talk about these days, because no one's really doing much. So I guess it's just kind of finding things to keep yourself busy. I actually have recently got into macrame. I didn't download. I bought a book from Amazon, and it really like overwhelmed me at first. I was like, what on earth is this? Like, it looked very complicated, but like the more I tried it, it actually looked pretty cute. So I was very impressed with myself, and I've made so far a little like hanging basket thing, and I feel like I've done this wrong. Hang on, let's get rid of you. And yeah, so I did like a hanging basket, and I've also done like one of those wall hangings in macrame, and I've already run out of string. I had to I think it was like 8 meters worth of string, like 4 times over, then 4 meters worth of string, and then like 10 meters worth of string. So I basically used a lot, and I didn't realize that I had to like lay it all out like parallel to each other. So I was like taking up the whole hallway in my house attempting to make this macrame thing, but it worked out quite nice, and I already kind of can picture the spot in my new house as to where it's going to go. Oh my god, that's news, isn't it? I guess if you don't watch my videos religiously, because I haven't like widely spoken about it, hopefully this year I'm moving house, which is kind of terrifying but mostly exciting. It's been like a long time coming, and I feel like it's not like 100% set yet. So that's why I've like not spoken about it too much, because I don't want to jinx myself. But I mean, my mind's 100% set. The mortgage is like ready to go. We just need like the call to let us know that like the builders are ready to go, So that's an exciting thing that's happening. So I guess wait for content to do with houses. I already have taken up so much of my mum and my dad's bedroom with things that I've been buying. Although in my defence, my mum is kind of living vicariously through me shopping. So she encourages me to like buy things, which of course I'm not complaining at, so you know. Okay, let's see. Do you think this looks okay? Like this is like a beach towel in the left corner. I guess we could add a little drink. Maybe with a straw and a brolly. Oh my god, as well. Well, yesterday when I'm filming this, I got a PR parcel from Southern Comfort. I feel like I've peaked. Like, I literally just got a big bottle of alcohol through the post. I mean, if this is not the kind of influencer I aspired to be, it is now. Free alcohol in the post? Yes, please. And I'm very excited to try it, actually. It sounds quite nice. I don't drink whiskey, like, ever. But I know my dad will very much appreciate it. And he was very excited to see the box. So, yeah, 10 out of 10 for that delivery. I was very impressed with it. Shall I make a sandcastle as well? I can't sit on a beach without making a sandcastle, so I feel like it'd be rude not to. A little door. Maybe like a pebble path. A flag. I just got an email that will involve me doing a lot of work, which I'm going to ignore for as long as possible. Is anyone else doing that? Like, I presume there's a lot of people now. Actually, I know that there's a lot of people now working from home. So it's like increasingly hard to switch off from work for a lot of people, which obviously I've worked from home pretty much forever, so I kind of understand the struggle. So like getting emails all the time, like for me, I guess because I'm self-employed as well, like it's not just as easy for me to switch off my emails for the night, because if I miss an email that's like an amazing opportunity, that like a brand need a response from me within a day, if I switch my emails off on a Friday and don't look at them again until Monday, then I've missed that opportunity, and that potentially is one, an amazing brand deal, and two, some money, which obviously I can't really like turn my nose up at money when there's so many people who are struggling right now. Luckily for me, things have been okay, but I mean, self-employed nature, no matter what job you have, is quite unknown. So I don't know, it's kind of hard to switch off. Does anyone understand? I'm going to try and do this straight. I don't even know how this drawing's going to turn out, but I guess that's what it's all about. Let's just experiment. So yeah, switching off. Oh damn, I've ruined it. Switching off is a different one. However, I have realised that I still definitely get bursts of inspiration late at night. I'm most definitely a night owl. I was like trying to follow those people, you know, like set their alarms for 7 and like jump up out of bed and have a really nutritious breakfast and then sort of get the evenings to themselves and like, you know, morning people basically. And I'm just not that person. I'm just not a morning person. Oops, wrong thing. I just can't seem to function. Like once I'm up and out of bed, fine. It's the kind of task of getting out of bed that's the issue. Like I'd much rather spend a little bit of my morning like chilling and scrolling, probably a little bit too much, and then get up and get ready rather than like jump up out of bed. Although I do appreciate those days when like I've had to get up early, like when I had my old job when I was a photographer, we used to have to wake up at like 5 a.m. to go to a job that was like a 2-hour drive away. So I was like up, and I'd done so much by like 10 a.m. in the morning. I was always like, wow, what is this? Is this what being a morning person is like? And it always seemed to actually like be okay. But you know, like in theory, it's great. In practice, not quite as fun, you know, especially when you're your own boss, I guess. Is this even looking decent? I don't know. I wanted to try and make this drawing a little bit simpler. Is that even a word? More simple than my last ones, because the other ones were quite fussy. So yeah, I've got the habit of like overdoing things because I always feel like things aren't finished, so then I carry on and then I do them too much and then it just looks cluttered. So I'm trying to practice alongside curbing my perfectionism. I'm trying to practice like chilling out a bit and not sort of overthinking everything, which again is easier said than done, but I mean, all you can do is try, right? Oh, I didn't do that very well. So yeah, let's draw some rocks. What is the first thing you're going to do when like COVID isn't so prominent? Someone asked me this the other day and I was like, firstly I'm gonna go and hug my grandma because I haven't been able to hug her for such a long time. Then I think I wanted to go to the theatre, you know. I love the theatre, and me and Mum had sort of got into a tradition, like twice a year we'd go to the theatre. She'd generally buy me a ticket for Christmas for the following year and we'd go. So I've been super lucky. I've been able to see like a fair few shows, either like in Sheffield, I've seen like a couple in London as like a super special treat, and you know, like I just love it. Like I fall in love with all the actors and actresses. I follow everyone on Instagram. I'm like the ultimate theatre queen in that moment. And I mean, like I watched Hairspray the musical like 4 years ago, and I still follow and like really enjoy keeping like up to date with what all the actors and actresses were doing. I can't wait to go to the theatre. Like I just want to go to Sheffield Lyceum and I want to go for a pub lunch. Then I want to go and watch a theatre show. I want to fall in love with the lead male, and I want to just forget about the world for a little bit, you know? Because I feel like we all need that. And it really upsets me how little support everyone in theatre's been getting. And I saw actually that like the Royal Ballet were doing a thing where you could pay like £6 to watch like the Nutcracker or something. And I did actually do that, but they ended up cancelling it for some reason. I don't know why. And now the Nutcracker's on Netflix. But I mean, I've been more than happy to pay like even like £12 to indefinitely watch like Hairspray the musical or indefinitely watch Matilda, because Matilda is my favourite, FYI. I love Matilda. I feel like this is probably very niche and it's literally nothing to do with what my channel's about. So apologies if you don't even care about things like this. But yeah, this is what I'm into and I really like it. So I miss it. I miss it a lot. I guess what else would I want to do? I don't know. I don't think I'd want to go on holiday straight away, because I feel like I'd be nervous and I wouldn't want to experience a place whilst everyone still had to wear masks. I think I'd go to the cinema, maybe, as long as I could guarantee it wasn't too busy, because I'd be like terrified of people breathing on me and stuff. But yeah, like the cinema would be fun. Things that like you never used to like fully appreciate. I'd want to do that. So like a pub lunch. I underestimated every pub lunch I ever had until this happened. Question: what is your go-to pub lunch? I am very strange, and I either have gammon and chips with an egg or whatever, or I have curry, like chicken tikka curry or something. Don't ask me why. I just do. Is this boat weird? I think this boat's a bit strange. I need to rub this out. Do you know what? Me doing this, I literally haven't thought about what I'm talking about at all. I'm literally just babbling on and talking about whatever comes to mind. This is like the inner thoughts of my brain whilst I'm drawing usually, like especially if there's not a TV programme to kind of like half watch in the background. I just kind of think about random stuff. My brain just goes on a tangent. And this is what you guys get to experience. Aren't you lucky? So, yeah, I guess for the next video, I should probably ask for some questions, for some topics of interest, because otherwise you're just going to be able to like listen to me babbling on for like an hour probably, just of absolute nonsense, and then you'll probably end the video like, I'll never get that time back. But yeah, I figured because it's the first one, we'll just settle in and see. Just going back to background TV shows. What's your favourite background TV show? Mine currently, it's not really a background TV show, I guess, because I do like to fully pay attention to it sometimes, but I've recently got into Cobra Kai. Do you know, like the sequel thing to Karate Kid? I didn't really know what to expect, and I think I tried to watch it a few years ago and like just didn't really commit. So I was convinced by a friend to try it again, and it's actually really addictive. Like, it's cheesy and a lot of it is like cringe and like, yeah, whatever, as if that happened, but it's good, it's chill, it's not too deep, which I feel like we don't need that. I've watched my quota of like serial killer programs, so something quite chill is much needed. Also started watching Schitt's Creek, which I'm not as much into as I would liked to have been, but again, it's good background viewing, it's funny, it's chill, it doesn't require any brain power. I don't have to remember who's sleeping with who, you know. Like, that's the reason I don't watch programs or haven't watched programs like Game of Thrones and stuff, because my brain can't keep up with like what characters doing what and who fancies who and all that kind of stuff. I do not have the brain capacity to do that. Is that just me? Am I just lazy? I don't know. But yeah, my mum and dad, mainly my mum, love watching things like that, and I just cannot. My brain don't function like that, I'm afraid. So yeah, should we see what this looks like without the drawing underneath it? I mean, it's not terrible. Oh, I need to cut this off. Oh, it's all on the same layer. Why did I do these? I need to rub these out. But yeah. Did anyone do those colouring pages? Maybe I should add them into my Patreon. Like, you can get them on my website for free, but I suppose if you've come from my YouTube channel, you might not necessarily know that I have colouring pages. So yeah, in fact, I don't want this line to be straight. Like the beach, oh, that's very big. The beach isn't straight, is it? Like, it wouldn't look like that. It looks a bit strange, and I also don't think I've done the horizon straight, but let's just pretend that I have, because we're curbing the perfectionism, my friends. Cool. So I guess we'll do a sun. We'll do a very large sun. Maybe I should do it on another layer again, just in case I do it wrong. Top tip for Procreate. create new layers. See, the palm tree is covering up half the sun, so is this really necessary? Probably not. Should I do some clouds? Wow, that is the worst cloud I've ever seen. Okay, let's go back down here. Let's do the, like, drink. I mean, I could have drawn a person on this beach thing, but I don't fancy tackling, like, the anatomy of a human right now. Like, my brain just won't function like that. Even on a good day, my brain doesn't function doing, like, human things. Human things? Human anatomies. So yeah. I'm gonna film next. I'm, like, trying to have a bit of a filming day today, because I feel like once I'm in the zone and once I've done one video, I'm in the zone to do more. So I'm gonna film a, like, how I design a logo video, which I've done before, but I haven't done one for a while. So I thought that'd be a fun little update to do. Maybe I should solo this so I can actually see what I'm doing. So yeah, I'm gonna attempt to do a logo design. However, the logo I've been trying to do is actually driving me insane. I just can't get it right, so I might need to, like, go back to the drawing board and attempt it again. I shouldn't have done those lines first. Ooh. What am I doing? Oh my god, what am I actually doing? Okay, let's reverse. Let's get rid of the cup. This is supposed to be a little brolly. I'm actually going to buy some mini brollies for my little Southern Comfort. Hashtag gifted alcohol. And then I'll take a photo of it. So when you see that photo appear, I suppose that could be an orange as well. So when you see the photo of me appear drinking Southern Comfort, you'll be like, I knew about this. I heard about it. I am an OG Patreon. Patron? Patron. I don't know. Let's see. And then flip-flops. Should I do a new layer? Probably. I've literally just told you guys, top tip, create a new layer. And then I was debating whether to create a new layer. Honestly, I've become even more decisive this past year. Indecisive. Because there's nothing to do. I just don't want to make a decision. Well, really, it should make it easier, right? Like, you should, because you've got fewer options, you should know what you want to do, maybe? Whereas I'm just like, I'm bored. I don't know what I want to do. I'm going to do nothing. So that's fun. Wow, I feel like I'm being quite depressing. I'm sorry. I don't know, sometimes I just have those days, you know, and I feel like out of all my online spaces, I guess this is a place where I can be honest, and hopefully you guys won't judge me, and we can all just have a chat. Hopefully you guys can chat in the comments and we can get to know each other a bit more. Like, of course I'm honest on my YouTube channel, but there's a level of, like, censorship, obviously, because there's a lot more people out there watching. I don't get to sort of know the people half as much as they know me, whereas that's what I really like about having a Patreon, oh my god, because I can, like, I have the opportunity to, like, message you guys and actually talk to you rather than just, like, an occasional comment on a video, you know. So hopefully you guys like that element of this too. If you ever have any questions or anything, let me know. I'll do everything I can to help. Obviously I'm still like a one-man band mostly, like my mum helps me with soul and fire things, but in terms of like creating and like communications and comments and actually like interacting and coming up with ideas and stuff, that's all coming from my little noggin. So yeah, any advice for me or any advice you want from me, let me know. I'll do my best. And yeah. Okay, does this even look like a sun? I feel like it doesn't, but what can we do? You know, let's remove this. And this is why we do double layers. Okay, cool. So we have a little boat. We have a beach towel, a sandcastle, some shells. Let's remove the colouring. Oh, wrong way. Remove the colouring. Now I guess I can add some details. So let's add some waves. By waves, I mean very simple squiggles. I want to make this colouring page a little more like simple. I think I did mention that, because I feel like the ones, when I look back at the ones I created before, they are very, very busy, and especially now my brain would not concentrate on something that complicated. So in fact I hate those lines. Let's just, no. How do you draw beach lines? Maybe I needed to be less particular about them. Ooh. Nope. Maybe like that. Let's add some little details on this boat. It can have a bottom thing. Let's pretend the name's there. Should we put a person on the boat? A little person with a hat. That's a bit strange, but that'll be fine. Could he be fishing? Oh my god, yeah, he could be fishing. I don't even know what a fishing rod looks like, not gonna lie. Other than stick with string. And then cool, he's fishing, or she. What else on the towel? I guess like sun cream. Oh, I need to colour this. Not colour it in. Rub this out. So what would you have? A hat maybe, some sun cream. Let's go for a new layer. Am I going to attempt to draw a hat? I guess so. So let's do like a floppy beach hat. So like this. I mean, that kind of works if I erase the thing behind it. Will that look how I expected it to in my head? Cute. What else? I feel like the beach needs some texture or something on it, but again, I'm trying not to overcomplicate things. Maybe the person who was on this towel is now in the water. In fact, no, I don't even want to try and create a body, like an actual stand-in human. Not my strong point. Shall I expand the castle? Shall I give it like a moat? Ooh, so make this a bridge. Maybe do little mini castles. We actually went on a little family holiday to Wales in, I think it was August, and people were still wearing like face masks and stuff, and we went on like a bus tour and there was face masks, but it felt almost normal. We went to like a little B&B thing, so although like the lounge part of it wasn't like usable, like we couldn't sit in the lounge, it was just so nice to go somewhere else and do something different. And we went to the beach and we built this like amazing 10 out of 10 sandcastle. And I was very impressed with myself. I actually love sandcastles. That's like my inner child just never gave up on the idea of like loving sandcastles. I just get a lot of joy out of like sculpting things in the sand. So yeah, I feel like this looks like it's floating. Maybe I should add another wall sort of here. Oh no, it's going to go over the shell. Oh, I didn't think that through. Hang on, let's build another circle. Who knew I was taking the most time on the sandcastle part of this drawing? And there. I think this looks good. I keep like forgetting to talk. I'm so sorry. This is like a work in progress sort of podcasty drawing thing. Any tips and feedback greatly appreciated because I keep forgetting to talk. I'm getting very into my drawing clearly, which I guess is good. But that's probably not so interesting for you guys to watch. I don't know. Let me know. I've actually got some really cool ideas for some new Soul and Fire products too. I'm going to order them probably tomorrow. So sneak preview. I think I'm going to order bookmarks. Something I've never done before, but people seem to really love them, and I can see why, because you can never have too many bookmarks, you know, especially if you're like a person that reads multiple books. And I feel like they're just super cute, and I can sort of translate my existing designs into bookmarks. So from my point of view, it's not like a whole new design from scratch. I can use like similar patterns and take patterns from other things and do it that way. So I feel like it could be really fun. I've got currently 3 designs. I'm going to revisit them because I like to sort of like sit on the ideas before I order them. Because generally I'll draw something, think it looks great, come back to it and hate it. So I like to make sure I've like been through that process rather than like hating it once I've already ordered it and I can't change my mind, you know. So yeah, I think tomorrow I am going to set my mum on the task of like sorting all the Soul and Fire stock out, probably do a stock count, all that kind of stuff. And then while she's doing the admin side of things, I'll get creating and actually order some stuff. That's basically what my mum's job is. She's like the admin person. So I've got more brain capacity to actually create. And mum actually loves doing admin, like I think she calls them remedial tasks, like just bitting and bobbing. So yeah, she's literally built for this little role that we've created for her. So that's good. And when I move house, it means she can come and work in my new little house with me. How exciting. Okay, so this is the drawing so far. I'm thinking, it looks very childish, but I'm going to roll with it. I'm going to like lower the width of my pen. I'm going to add zigzags on these leaves. So you could either just colour it in like full block colours or colour each triangle thing in a colour. Then I'm going to add some texture to the beach. Then I'm going to pretend I'm on a beach. Although, let's be real, I would burn in like 0.2 seconds. I wish I was blessed with like olive skin. In fact, I probably would. Do you know, like, if I actually dedicated some time to sunbathing and like sitting still, I would get a tan because my parents both tan pretty well. But I just never liked the sun. I always hated it. I'd much rather be in the shade. The only time I ever really got a tan was when I was younger and I used to like live in the swimming pool on holiday, so it was like the reflections in the water would get me tanned. But then I generally, every holiday, have to be that person with like a white t-shirt on over my little swimming costume because I'd burnt my shoulders or something, because I do have such fair skin. So if it was me sat on this beach in real life, I'd probably be hiding, because I'm too pale for this. I actually went to the Caribbean on a cruise with my family. Was it last year? I don't even know. All the years have blended together. But yeah, I went on a cruise, and anytime we were in the sun, I just tried to like dart to find some shade. It was so hot. I've never experienced anything like it. It was obviously beautiful, but oh my god, my pale skin isn't made for that level of heat. It was a beautiful holiday. If you follow me on Instagram for a while, you'll have seen snippets of it, because obviously it was great photo taking opportunities. Had a few lethal Caribbean rum punches. Their rum is so high in percentage. You had like 1 cup and I was just gone. So yeah, word of warning, if you're gonna have a Caribbean rum punch at any time in your life, just be careful, because damn, it's strong. Right, I think now I want to add a little bit of texture to the sand sort of around the bottom of the tree, and then I might leave it at that, possibly. So either I could use stipple. What is this? Ooh. Do I want that? I like that idea, but I don't particularly like it. I get a lot of my pens from Envato. I mention them a lot in videos because I literally use them almost every day, anytime I'm like creating something. Because I have the subscription, it's just so easy to find things. Sand! This is what I needed. Oh, see, this is just starting a whole other thing, though. If I start trying to actually add texture into things, that's just me fussing around again, isn't it? Like, do I want to do that? Probably not. Maybe I could use the snow as sand. I mean, this could kind of work. Let's just create a new layer again. Lower the size. I'm going to do this. Just so it's got a bit of interest to it. And if I hate it, I can always delete it because I've got it on a new layer. I'm going to not go over the sandcastle, I'll just kind of rub out the bits that have overlapped it accidentally. Is that too much? Maybe I'll like change the opacity of it, but in theory, let's get rid of bits that are overlapping. The castle and the pebbles. Let's just lower the opacity of it. In fact, no, I'm going to commit. Should I do something to the sky? I feel like it's a little bit unbalanced now, and then we're probably done. Because like I said, we're trying not to go too far. So let's look at the brushes. New layer, brushes. What can I do to the sky? Maybe some like streams. Snow University. Bit of a strange name. I don't think I want snow. Definitely don't want that. Textures? Maybe if I just do some like lines in the sky. So if I go back to my original calligraphy monoline pen, I'm going to make sure I'm on a new layer. Maybe I just do what we can pretend is a cloud. Do you know, like misty skies? Does that make any sense? And then get rid of everything else. And then I guess you could either, if you were colouring it in, either ignore that completely or colour that in as white. That's my plan in my head. Does anyone else understand my plan? Probably not, but I'm going to do it anyway. So it is what it is. Oops, that's definitely too big. Like that. I mean, it's not perfect, and if I were to continue, I'd probably add maybe some like texture in the sun, maybe some lines. In fact, I'm literally about to do it right now. Do you know, like, no, that's too much. No, I'm gonna commit, that's fine. Although I need to erase some dots because I've overlapped it here. Okay, cool. I'm going to commit to that. So what I'll do, I might tweak this a little bit before I put it on my website, but I'll, or even if I put it on my website, I'll upload this to Patreon as well. So you can see it and colour it in if you would like. Feel free to share your creations with me on like Instagram or message me on Patreon or something. But yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this very rambly little draw with me video, something a bit different. Happy to take tips and advice, any other things you'd like to hear from me on here, I guess. And yeah, thank you so much for being a patron. It means the world to me. So yeah, I hope you enjoy this, and I'll see you next month for another little chatty something.